Hey, this is Racquetball Tim again, and we're doing another gameplay analysis video for Mark. This is Mark's second gameplay analysis video. His first one is on my YouTube channel. You can check that out. It's from a few years ago. In that video, he also played Maria. That's going to be his opponent again here. Mark missed some time last year with a knee injury. He's back on the court looking to get back in shape and get his game back. So I'm going to see if I can help him out here. Let's roll the action. Maria's serving first. She starts off with a Z, and Mark flicks it up to the ceiling. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple things here, Mark. Let's take a quick look. This is the first rally, so I understand you're maybe not quite warmed up like you want to be, but on this Z serve that Maria likes to hit, she hits this a lot too. It's coming right at you, and this ball is coming off the back wall for sure. So you're just going to want to step around that and be a little more patient, let it come off the back wall. Instead, you try to short hop it, and if you're going to do that, then ceiling ball is the right place. So I do like your choice of shots there, but ideally that's a shot you're going to want to let come off the back wall and just shoot it down the line or cross court. Let's roll it forward. Her second shot actually comes at you too, so let's see where you are. You're in good position. You're not quite down and ready. See how your knees aren't bent? You're not really ready to pounce. You're just kind of standing up there. It's not a terrible position to be, 1 to 2 feet behind the dotted line, which is exactly what I teach. Cover the pass, give up the kill. Maria's shot is high. Again, this is coming way off the back. It's one of those reaction shots where you just let it go and then move out of the way. It's going to come off the back wall about 10-15 feet, and you have a nice, easy setup. Again, you try to go ceiling, so good job on that. And then she just hits a good pass. Let's take a look at your court position as she hits her pass here. So your position is perfect. See your feet, 1 to 2 feet behind the dotted line. That's exactly what we want. Perfect. I want the knees. The knees should almost be down here, bent more, like a cat ready to pounce. You're standing too upright, and when she hits her shot, your right foot actually backs up. You see that? I'm not sure if you're anticipating her shot or guessing, but you actually backed up your right foot, which is not going to help you in any way in terms of athleticism, like pouncing left or right, lateral movement. There's really no benefit to it. So I recommend when your opponent is hitting the ball to make sure you're down and ready, and then you'll be able to cover shots like this. Having said that, it was a good pass, and also it was the first rally, so maybe as we roll forward, we'll see if your court position improves a little bit in the manner in which you're in position. You're always smiling on the court, Mark. I love that. Always smiling. That makes the game easier. That's one of Maria's bomb serves there. That's just a good serve. Let's see if we could help you with court position here. So returning drive serve, ass to the glass is best. Looks like you're pretty deep in the court. You're watching the ball. Very good. This was just a really tight serve. She might have got a fortunate bounce there on the corner. Looks like you got jammed a little bit. Yeah, it's just one of those good serves. Not much you can do about that. Sometimes you just tip your cap, say nice shot. Actually, she's wearing the cap. You could tip her cap, I guess. Good ceiling ball there to the backhand. Just came off the back. What I mean by good ceiling ball is when someone hits you a good drive serve like that, you got to respect it, flick it up to the ceiling. So good choice on shot selection, taking this to the ceiling. It's not a serve you want to shoot. It's a pretty good serve. Respect it, go to the ceiling. We talked about your ceiling game. Try to aim for those first set of lights on the racquetball court. That'll bring the ball back properly. This one you just completely missed the ceiling and the ball came way out. So shot selection was good. Execution was not. Let's roll it forward here and see how we're doing. Maria's set to serve. Now she's been hitting a couple different serves. She's hit a drive serve to the backhand, drive serve to the forehand. So she serves over here. That didn't work. She serves over here. She serves over here. And then she also hits the Z serve into this corner here. So you can see just by looking at those arrows, she hits a lot of different angles. It's always fun playing her because her serve is pretty diverse and unique. So you're going to want to keep on your toes and really watch the serve. There's another jam serve. That ball is coming off the back. Good ceiling ball, though. Okay, we talked about this for our lessons. The ball's coming off the back. You're going to want to back up, touch the glass with your left hand. There's a video on my website that demonstrates this. And you should be squared up to the sidewall. Get behind the ball. The ball's behind you, and you're kind of at the mercy of the ball. I like the swing, nice and flat. Oh, there you came up a little bit. So we worked on this during our lesson. I want your swing path to be flat, and you can see how high it is right there. The racket comes way up like this, and that's pendulum, leads to leads to shots that go up and down. If you get to this spot right here, Mark, focus on your hips and rotate your hips this way. Swing around the ball so that your racket ends up down here, not up here. Okay? That's going to be a huge difference with your swing. We had some good progress with that during our lesson, so I'm not going to harp too much on it because it's hard to focus on good mechanics during video analysis. It's hard to focus on good mechanics during a game. It's something you want to focus on in practice sessions and drill sessions. We should just fast forward through that. That's a little nerves there. First serve, you hit really good backhand wallpaper serves, so that was just an anomaly there, just a little miss. This one comes way off the back. That is a time to score. If you watch your other video, you gave up opportunities like this too often, and this is not a ceiling ball. You have your opponent way out of position. She is way out of there. All you have to do is hit any shot over here, and you're going to win the rally. Any shot that comes off the back, 99% of the time, is a setup. So let this ball drop below your knees, and you got a nice, easy setup. Okay. So that's the strategic error that you made in terms of your mechanics. As this ball is coming off, look at your racket. It's down. Your elbow should be up, and your racket should be up. You lift it up here, but not all the way. It's not in an offensive position. I think you're thinking ceiling ball right now. You should be thinking offense when this ball is coming off the back. Okay. So you gave up an opportunity to score. Good ceiling ball, though. You got her deep in the court, and she missed it. Can't complain with the results, but if long term, and especially if you're playing an AA Open player, you can't miss opportunities like that. You got to shoot that ball. There's the backhand wallpaper. That's much better. Get your racket up. Oh, she missed it. So good serve. Very good serve. Told you had a good backhand serve. Another good one. She doesn't like to cut those off, so it's a great serve against Maria. And there you went for an offensive shot. You brought down the hammer of Thor from a very interesting position. I like the offense here. This is not terrible. I would shoot an overhead here as well. I would shoot an overhead pass, 1 to 2 feet high. Well, actually, probably 1 foot high, given my power, and then bring it back to this corner. Depending on your power, you can aim a little higher or lower. I would never shoot a pinch here. It's just too difficult to get it to go low into that corner and come out and bounce twice before your opponent can get it. Although when you do hit them, they're fun and they look really good. In this one here, you actually hit a front wall, side wall pinch. But watch those second bounces. Maria could have had this. I'm not quite sure why she didn't get it. That ball actually bounced almost at her feet. She could have had it. So you got away with an aggressive shot there. I like the idea with the aggression. I don't like the shot selection, unless you just missed your pass and it happened to turn into a pinch. So I moved the camera around here. I wanted to get see your mechanics on your backhand side, and I want to get a better look at that serve. So here's a good example right there. Boy, good timing, Tim. All right, so the ball came off the back. Proper mechanics, square up to the sidewall. Check, you did that. Get your racket up. Nope, your racket is not up. It's facing that way. We want your racket pointing up, and your right shoulder should be almost into your chin. So you're kind of choking yourself with your right shoulder. If you watch good players, they get their racket way up there. So let's see if you bring it up the last second. Okay, you actually bring it down. So we worked on this during the lesson. The racket angle you have right now is over here, and we want it up here. Okay, it's going to flatten out your swing. So let's see here. Full extension. Nope. You got jammed a little bit. Shot selection should be down the line or cross court. Given where she is, I would hit a cross court because she's covering the line. I'm not sure if you noticed that or not when you were playing, but I would definitely go cross court there and let the ball drop too. This ball came off the back and you hit it waist high. So let those balls drop, okay? And there's that high follow through again too. These are mechanical issues. I don't expect you to work on mechanics like I said during the game, so I'm not going to harp on them too much again. Those are things you can work on when you get back home, practice sessions, drill sessions. Good serve by Maria. Smart shot there. Very good shot. So she had a pretty good serve here. It came off the back. Anytime a drive serve comes off the back, shoot that ball. Take an offensive shot. Not a pinch, not a kill, but hit a nice pass. Look where her position is. She's still in front of the dotted line. People who hit drive serves tend to be too far forward because they don't have time to get back. A lob serve gives you more time to get back in position. So if you get a drive serve off the back wall, shoot a pass. They're more susceptible to them. You got a nice little bounce there in the back too. Nice little crack in the corner. Well done. Let's fast forward a little bit here. You guys are pretty evenly matched. You split games, I believe. You played her twice. We're going to look at both videos. You guys split games, so it's kind of cool to see two evenly matched players. It makes it more fun, more challenging. All right, so we got mixed up there on the side that we should have been on. You hit a good serve, you got a weak return, and then you gave up the opportunity. So this is a beautiful Z serve. Look at this Z serve. Really well done. She has to respect it. If she lets that bounce off the sidewall, it's going to be a nasty side spin. So she respects it, takes it to the ceiling, and Mark, right here, we talked about this after when the three of us played together. You're going to want to run around to your forehand side as much as you can. You have a very good forehand, especially your forehand down the line. It's beautiful. So there's no reason to give up your forehand and turn over to your backhand. See how you could have been over here on this side right here, and you would have been hitting a forehand. So instead we're hitting a backhand. Look where Maria is. The right shot is down the line over here. But there's no way, based on your position right now, that you could ever hit that shot. And the reason why is you didn't get back to the glass. You didn't get behind the ball. You let the ball get behind you. Now you're at the mercy of the ball, and you're just swinging backward, hoping for the best here. Get behind the ball, move with the ball, and then you'll have a much more offensive opportunity. So you gave the ball right to her. She missed her opportunity. Now she has another setup. She should be hitting a pinch or straight in. That works too. Any kill shot will do because you were behind her. So I like your core position. I always love your hustle. I like some of your serves. I love your forehand. We got to work on some mechanical issues. That's a great core position there. You knew she wasn't going to be able to shoot that. I want some people to see this. It's really important. When you look at your opponent, the ball's high. There's no need to go up to the dotted line or anything above that. If they're going to try a silly shot, let them try a silly shot. Cover the ceiling ball, cover the pass. Perfect position, Mark. Nice and deep. You got to set up here, get back behind the ball. Again, so we're waiting for the ball. We don't want to wait for the ball. You want to move forward with the ball. Now you're at the mercy of the ball, and you end up usually swinging behind you. This was kind of a tight shot anyway. Hit the end of your racket, and it was difficult. But if you get behind that, you're much better. You're able to manipulate the ball much better. You're able to manipulate the ball in terms of getting it to your contact point rather than waiting for the ball and then being at the mercy of the ball. Great ceiling ball. Beautiful. You just have a way of coming up with some cool shots and some effective shots in the game. It's not always pretty in terms of mechanics, but you're a smart player and you played for a long time, so you have a way of just getting the ball to where you want it to go. Wow, that was beautiful. Okay, I'm really happy with this one. First of all, serving to Maria's forehand's a little risky, but you do have to mix it up. It's her strength for sure. She's got to rack it up. She has a nice down the line right there. You're out of position. She tries to down the line, but she leaves it up. Look at you, Mark. Rack it up. Beautiful. It's already up. Rack it up. You're letting it drop. Look at this. Knees bent. Leading with the elbow. Full extension. Absolutely perfect. Wow. You shut me up. It's hard to do, but you shut me up. Good work. Let's see if we can build on that serve now. So we just hit a forehand serve. She hit a pretty effective shot. Right, well, she tried to hit it. She had a setup, and then she kind of missed her shot. But she had an easy setup. Let's see if you go back to it or if you make an adjustment here. I want to see if you recognized the problem that you had there. Okay, so good. Now we're going back to her backhand. Looks like it ended up being a screen. Yeah, screen serve. So you hit the forehand serve, got her guessing, and then you went to the backhand. I do like the strategy. Going with that patented backhand wallpaper of yours. Okay, rack it up. So after doing rack it up off the back wall, we didn't get our racket up here. So get that racket up. Leading with the elbow, full extension, high follow through. I want a low follow through. If you look at the weight, you have your weight on your front left knee. Racquetball's a back leg sport. We talked about this during our lessons. You want to swing with your back leg, very similar to baseball. You want the pressure in racquetball. You want to feel pressure on your back, your right femur for the forehand. So you want to rotate the right femur, keep your center of gravity upright like this. Your center of gravity, your torso, is actually at an angle like that. We want it upright. That way you can swing around your body, keep your weight distributed evenly, and you'll feel the pressure on your back leg rather than your front knee. This also leads to skips and pendulum swings, which is exactly what we saw here, the pendulum swing. It's almost like a golfer hitting a 9-iron. You're swinging up. You want to keep that torso back and swing around. Again, this is something we worked on during our lesson. Having said that, once again, you hit a great shot. You have a way of coming up with good shots, and it was the right shot too. Lining up for the drive serve. You look a little more focused now. Early in the match, maybe you're a little nervous. Oh, it's a great serve. Beautiful. Yeah, when you take your time and you're focused, you got a good game. Okay, so we just hit a drive ace from this position right here. And what I like to do after doing that, so you hit an ace that went over here. I like to mix up either a Z serve over here, comes to the forehand side, or just the drive serve to this side. Because after your serve, she's guessing now. She's a little worried about the ace that you just hit on her. And now she's thinking, okay, what's he going to do now? So to go to the other side of the court and hit a serve from there, I don't think it's like you're kind of missing out on building off of this serve right here. Right now she's thinking, oh man, he just aced me with a beautiful serve to the backhand. So by moving over to the left side of the court now, you're saying I'm probably going to hit a Z serve or a drive serve to the forehand. And I'm not quite sure why you would do that. It's good that you're mixing up your serves. I'm never against mixing up your serves. But I also like to build off of an ace. I always like building off an ace. The opponent's always thinking, am I going to hit it again? Am I going to hit a Z? Am I going to go down the line? I like to build off it. And that was not a good serve because it went right through a forehand. So try to work on that, especially if you hit an ace. The worst thing you can do is hit an ace and then hit a lob. I've seen people do that. It drives me nuts. Smart ceiling ball. Got her deep in the court. Get your racket up. Rack it up. Okay, she has an easy setup. Good position, Mark. You covered the pass. Looked like she just missed it there. Anyone who knows me or has taken lessons with me or who has watched my videos constantly hears me say, get your racket up, get your racket up. It's a real simple way to just make sure you're prepared to hit the shot. You'd be surprised what you can do when your racket's up. It's incredible. Smart shot. You were out of position. Wasn't offensive. I think that was a hinder. Yeah. Replay it. Whenever you're running backward and the ball's out of your hitting zone, go ceiling. Very smart. Here comes that patented backhand lob. Maria should cut that off right there. When you're playing me, I was cutting him off right there, which any high-level player would do. She needs to incorporate that into her game. And if they start cutting it off, you're going to have to develop a different serve. High lob Nick would be one of them to prevent your opponent from cutting it off. Or just go back to your drive serve. That's a great pass. Oh, nice save by Maria. Smart. The ball was out of your hitting zone. You were off balance. Go ceiling. Rack it up, Mark. Rack it up. Okay, so we had a mechanical issue and then a strategic issue here. Ball came off the back. You're camping out. You're waiting for the ball. Camping out is when you got your tent pitched. You got the fire and the marshmallow sticks and all that. And you're just camping out, waiting for something to happen. So you want to get back to the ball. Don't camp out. Get back to the ball. Move with the ball. Waiting for the ball puts you at the mercy of the ball. I'm not sure if you were trying to hit a pinch here or if you were just at the mercy of the ball's contact point based on you waiting for the ball and then the ball landing in a certain contact point. By moving with the ball, you get to manipulate the contact point. I think I've said enough about that. All right, so pinch is the wrong shot. She's in front of you. She's actually in front of the dotted line. You do not want to pinch the ball when your opponent's in front of the dotted line because they're covering the kill shot. See her feet? She's covering the kill shot. Best shot would be down the line pass or a cross-court pass. Actually, I would have hit a wide-angle pass probably here to the forehand side. So pinch is not the best shot. She's waiting for it. She's going to eat it up. If she hits down the line, this rally's over. I think she went... Oh, she just totally missed the ball. She just mishit it. Must have took her eye off the ball. Looks like she was going cross-court too, which was not the right shot. So you played with fire there, and yeah, you got away with it. You're just going to have to drill that, those back wall drills that we were doing, moving with the ball rather than waiting for the ball. pretty good idea with the serve there, just short. Let's see what we do for second serve. Okay, we're going back to the wallpaper. I like to see you mix up your height, speed, and angle of this serve right here. You know, hit a low, medium speed one, not just the high one. It gives them less time. It just mixes up their thought process. It screws up their timing. It's like a baseball pitcher throwing a fastball and a changeup. Just mess with the hitter's timing. You seem to like that three-quarter one or that full lob one. And you do it really well. I'm not saying it's not a good serve, but certainly mix it up. That might have been a setup. I like that you hit a ceiling ball there, though, because you do have the lead, and that was a little lucky. Good shot there. If you have the lead, ceiling ball is not the worst option from your backhand. If you're behind, or if your feet are set, then you can shoot that ball, even if it's waist high. Maria's down and ready. Let's see what serve we come up with here. The serve to the backhand's been effective, so good choice. Camping out, waiting for the ball. I want you to see this again. Okay, ball's back there, and you're in the middle. So you got to get back with the ball. Okay. Now you're at the mercy of where the ball is, rather than moving forward with the ball. You hit the down the line pass. Looked like she was waiting for it. Did she get to it? She didn't. You just hit a good serve, drive serve to the backhand. Now we're going over to the left side again. Let's see if we go with the Z or the drive to the forehand. Okay, Z. Good choice. Great pass. So this is much better. The shot went down the middle. Okay. We made the mistake earlier in the game. In this spot right here, you ran to the backhand side. But like I said, run around your backhand, go to your forehand, which you absolutely did. You got your racket up, beautiful. You're still waiting for the ball. You're gonna have to work on that, getting behind the ball. And now you're at the mercy of the ball, and you end up having to hit an awkward shot with an improper contact point. But again, you just have a way of hitting shots, and it's exactly what you did. You hit a perfect down the line pass. Lining up for the drive serve again. It's been effective. Oh, that was a good time for a Z. I think it might have been short. See how she was guessing? This is what I mentioned earlier. When you ace somebody to the backhand side, mix in that Z serve. Watch how she's guessing. She's guessing backhand, and you hit a beautiful Z. Let's see if it was short. Yep. Oh, maybe not. No, it was in. Look at that. First bounce right there. Video evidence. I can't remember if we called this good or not. I think I shrugged my shoulders because I was watching the video, and I had no opinion. But it was actually good. Good serve. And great idea, by the way. Really good idea. Mix in that. I mean, that's one of my favorite combos is drive serve to the backhand, drive serve down the line, and then Z serve forehand. It's just a very effective combo. It's like jab, jab, hook in boxing. Or jab, jab, straight. There's the Z again. Uh-oh, we got some running to do. All right, so you made a big mistake here in terms of where you relocated after your Z. Watch what it looks like you're playing doubles, actually. It was pretty funny. Okay, watch. So your Z serve's right there. You should be backing out to here. Instead, you ran into the doubles box, which is the worst place to be. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I've done this before as well. You don't want to be over there because, number one, your serve went over there, so you could be in the way a lot of the time. And number two is when they hit their shot, you have to do wind sprints. You got to sprint over to that corner, and it sucks. So don't be afraid to relocate back to center court after you hit that Z serve. I think you had a significant lead in this game. I also think you guys forgot that you were playing to 11 and not 15. So the game should be over soon, actually. Let's see your strategy late in the game with the lead. I like the ceiling ball. There's no need to be silly. That should be a ceiling. Perfect. Keep yourself alive in the right. That should be a save or a ceiling. Good. Oh, okay. We talked about this actual shot. You do this a lot too. Maria hit a nice reverse pinch here. I like her shot choice. She's got you behind her, so she hits a reverse pinch in that front left corner. You do a nice job of hustling. Get that racket up right here. Rack it up so you're not even square to the sidewall. So square up to the sidewall if you can. I know it's kind of a hustle play and there's not much time to think. And then right here, your eye's on the ball, actually. Look, I thought you were going to take your eye off the ball, but no, your eye's on the ball. Just mishit it. Just got to practice that. We did that drill a little bit during our lesson. It's a toss, turn, and hit drill. You stand behind the dotted line, toss the ball forward, and then square up to the side wall and hit your shot, rather than facing the front wall and hitting your shot. This might have been when we realized we're supposed to play 211. Yeah, it was. Okay, so you had already won the game. All right. Excellent work there. We're going to take a look, see what happened in game 2. That video will be following this one.